Hello guys, Sean Foggett here. City won, Club Bruges won at half time. It was a very good start because Phil Foden opening the scoring, which was a brilliant overlap by Cancelo, and he played it across, and Phil Foden was there to tap it home. Then the Stones own goal. It was absolute shocking defending. Laporte and Stones, I would say, were standing a bit too close to each other and a bit too narrow, and then they get the cross, and then Bernardo accidentally tries to clear it away. In the purpose of that, it comes off Stones on the face and then hits, and then it goes in. Before that, Edison just made a world-class save, and he wasn't able to react to it because by the time he got across from when he made the save to get across to the other corner where he was hitting Stones in the face, it was already in the back of the net. Since the goal, our tempo has been absolute shocking. Our midfield has been too slow, and it's hardly created any major chances. Jack Grealish played a brilliant through ball into Cancelo, which smacked the post, which pretty much has only been Cancelo's good moment of that first half. He's made like 2 or 3 sloppy passes, and he's also not helping out Grealish with the overlap. Like when Grealish is running up at defenders on their left wing, he hasn't got a left back to overlap. And then the Cancelo could overlap, or say if we did buy a left back, say Theo Hernandez, say if he overlapped and played it to Grealish, and then he could hit it across goal. That's what we miss. We don't have a left back that does enough overlap. Yes, Walker does it, but he wouldn't be good enough left back, and we need to buy a left back as well. And I would say we need an actual sort of midfielder that's young and that's got pace. Like say Jude Bellingham, he's really young. He's 18, and you'd get so many years out of him, and because of he's young and he's very fit, he would make the midfield and the tempo of the midfield very much a lot quicker. And I think there was a couple of times. There was one time when Gundogan played it, we're looking for someone to run across their defenders and hit the shot into the corner, but there was no one there. That's the thing why we need a striker. If we just say if we say that we signed Kane in the summer, then he would have been there to hit it across goal into the far hand corner. Stones and Diaz are the best partnership, and Laporte and Diaz do not work at all. I'd rather have Diaz on Laporte or Diaz and Stones than Stones and Laporte, because they're too narrow, and they just don't have the communication as Diaz and Laporte do, or Diaz and Stones do, and there's not that chemistry there as well. I think I would either buy a left back in the summer or promote Laporte there, but I don't think Laporte would want to do that. So I think we're gonna have to. I think Laporte won't stay if we said we wanted to promote him into the left back position and remove him from the centre back, then he'd probably want to leave because he's one of the best centre backs in the world. But I remember one of the games when we lost 3-0 to Liverpool at Anfield in the Champions League quarterfinals a couple of years back. You know, when they smashed our bus before, and he had a shocker there. So I don't think Zinchenko should be our number 1 left back. It shouldn't be Cancelo, and then our backup for Zinchenko should be the person that we should sign. I think we should sign Theo Hernandez, even though he's probably not gonna happen. We need to try and get a bid in, and then try and agree a contract and a fee, and then that will help out Grealish on the left hand side, because then they can overlap and then play the 1-2 of him, and then Grealish can hit it across goal. I think this game we could actually do with Raheem Sterling coming on to the pitch, because I think he could make a bit of a threat going down to the left hand side, because he's got pace, and I think he could make a threat towards their defence. And I think then you could put Grealish back into the 8 role, because I think that's where his best performances has come. And he hasn't been played in a City shirt enough since he's come into the team this season. And Did you see that ball that he played into Cancelo? What a ball! That was like a peach of a ball, and he needs to be playing there more often because he's not a left winger. He should be playing in that CM role and in that number 8 role, and then he can be creating the chances and playing the through balls through, and then every now and again he can go onto that left wing side, and then Foden can drop back into the 8 role, and then Cancelo can play the balls like the 1-2s with Grealish, and then Grealish could have a shot, and then Cancelo could go on the overlap, and then he could play a 1-2 with Foden, and then Foden could have a shot across goal. I don't think Mahrez is up with it. I really don't. I think I'd get Jesus and Sterling on at half time, and then I'd also, if needs be, then you bring De Bruyne on. But that's what I'd say. That's a needs be because we don't want him to pick up like a long-term injury because even though he's not on his best form, he tends to step up in the like big moments for City. So that would be a player that we can't afford to lose. And then obviously this is a game that we have to win because PSG are currently 2-1 up away at Leipzig, and then that puts them in a pole position where they can chuck the Bruges home game, and then if Bruges win that, then we lose to PSG, then they're in danger of going out. So we really need a good second half performance, higher up the tempo in the midfield. I wouldn't be against like bringing on Fernandinho or for like Gundogan. Or like taking Rodri off and bringing Fernandinho on because I don't like the Rodri and Gundogan partnership because we need to get someone either alongside him or like play Fernandinho when you play Rodri because when Gundogan plays with Rodri the tempo in the midfield is really slow and it's a lack of creating chances. Thanks for watching this halftime review. I'll be back with you in the at full time and come on City massive 45 minutes ahead. Up the boys in